Hey YouTube, today starts the Lunar New Year Dragons Unleashed event. It runs from today to Sunday. And so what I thought I'd do is instead of just putting out like multiple teams, like I usually do like Monday, morning, afternoon videos, multiple per week. So instead of having like 8 Ultra League teams, I thought it'd be more valuable to do a deep depth analysis on this event and like what Pokemon you need to focus on. So it's kind of two things. It's like a PvP tips and tricks, like stealing from Poke Daxi, like he does his tips and tricks of the event. I'm gonna do like a PvP focused tips and tricks on the event, and it's also gonna be like a quasi beyond the hype. Now you can't really do a beyond the hype without playing it, but you can look at stats and you can look at typings and you can look at matchups and get a pretty good feel of this Pokemon and how strong it will be. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at the event stats and info and just general GBL Pokemon, and then we're gonna do beyond the hype of this new Pokemon. So timestamps below if you want that. But the Lunar event, okay, so Drampa is being released. So it's a new Pokemon and a new shiny, so if you're into that stuff. Event, there's actually some good event bonuses here. So increased chance for lucky Pokemon in trade. So if you just have someone you can trade with, just keep going there. Additional candy for successfully catching Pokemon with nice throws, great throws, and excellent throws. Like this is always such a nice one. Just getting just more candy. It'd be nice if it was, yeah, same thing with XL candy right beside there, right? So if you XL candy, focus on the throws, like maybe this is one you just throw your gotcha catcher away just to try and get those like bonus XLs with lucky throws. In terms of wild encounters, there's only like 2, maybe 3 I'm gonna encounter on for these wild encounters. So, and one is if you don't have a Dratini yet, like so Dragonair and Dragonite, basically I would focus on Dragonair for Ultra League. No, sorry, Dragonair for Great League is my first time doing. Dragonite for Ultra League, and then if you don't have the Master League, one Dragonite for Master League would be the best 2. You can also go Dragonite for Great League, but I think you would probably want the Dragonair as the best one. Skrelp, Dragalge is, I think it has like good-ish play in Great League. It's way better in limited cups. So if you can get a Dragalge for a limited Great League, it's pretty good there. Ultra League, same sort of thing. Like it has some play, but current state of the meta, there's a lot of other Pokemon that you might want to use ahead of that, but not bad. Get one. And then Jangmo-o, again, this is one that if I'm getting, I'm not super worried about it because you know that this Dragon's going to have a community day in the very near future. Is it, I forget if it's going to be this round or the next year's June community day will be Jangmo-o because they do the Dragons every June for community day. So 1, 3, 5 stars, yada, yada, yada. Not much matters here. Field research if you want to get some Goomies. Goomie's the community day. Goomy will be this year's, and then Jangmo is probably going to be next year's. And then paid research. Thank you, Specimen Unknown, who gives me all these research, and I saw it come through this morning, so I appreciate that. There are these global challenges, so you'll probably notice that there is if you go on like one of the tabs, you'll notice that there is a 1,000 nice throws going to, and then they'll unlock Pokemon with featured attacks. So we'll see what they are when they are unlocked. Anyways, but that's not what we're going to focus on. We are going to focus on this new Pokemon, Drampa. So let's look at the Great League. So it's ranked 468 in the Great League. It's not ranked much better in the Ultra League. So really just based on ranking, like you can go to PvPoke and go to ranking and say like, this thing's going to be crap just in general. I know a couple of content creators already put it out, but just based on rankings alone, you can look at, so I always usually do Beyond the Hype. But if you don't want to wait for Beyond the Hype, and if you don't trust other content creators hyping this up, this is a very, very easy way that you can analyze whether a Pokemon will be good or not. The very basis is just look at its rankings, right? 468 is garbage. You know it's probably going to be bad. However, there's a lot of other stuff that I always consider when looking at a Pokemon. So the first thing is its stat product. So in the Great League, 136.8 attack, 104 defense, 114 stamina, 1625 overall. So overall, this thing is stat product wise, garbage for the Great League. Level 18 to 20. So you can see right now, it's only getting to like level 19, rank 1. The 1600 overall stat product is way below the 2000 that I say is like the minimum threshold. And I say if you're going to be below 2000 with like a super high attack, you better have like some of the best typings and fast charge moves in the game. So like if you're below like not even, I'll just give you an example. Like Swampert's probably not even below that far below. okay, so like Swampert's 1800, which is still like 200 above the other one right now. So that's just like how much better it is. But it also has like some of the best fast and charge moves in the game, right? Mudshot, Hydro Cannon, Earthquake. With a really good typing, ground water, where you're only weak to one typing, grass, right? So now we go, okay, so we got, let's just look at typings first, because I think that's easiest. So you've got normal dragon typing, which is a very okay typing, but not great typing. So normal typing is only weak to fighting. Unfortunately, there are always a lot of counter users in the majority of the metas, right? Poliwrath is everywhere in Great League and Ultra League. Tons of Ultra League counter users. Annihilate is everywhere now. So right off the bat, you're really weak to a lot of the counter users in this meta, and you're already pretty glassy, right? So, and then Dragon, Fairy, Ice, you know, in the Great League, I would argue that there's not a super ton of those Pokemon. Yes, I mentioned there's like Dragonair in the Great League. There's some Fairy like Charmander, Ninetales, and Wigglytuff and stuff like that, but there's not like a super ton. And Ice, same sort of thing. With all the counter users and stuff, there's not a ton of Ice running around. So from a typing perspective, outside of the fighting weakness, it's not bad for Great League. What's bad is your moves for your ability overall, right? So Dragon Breath is actually like a good move, right? Decent. Really good damage per turn. So it's very fast move Pokemon. So Dragon Breath 4.8 damage per turn. So lots of good damage there. 3 energy is not super fast. And this is the problem I can already see with this Pokemon. You have a really good fast move, but your charge moves do not help you out in any way here. So this is what I mean. 45 energy for 80 damage. Fly is a good move. Fly is a good move, 1.78 damage per energy. So whenever you're at like that 40 to 50 energy and you're at the 1.8 damage per energy, that's a good move. The problem is your second moves are both 60 energy. So Outrage and Dragon Pulse, there's no reason to run Dragon Pulse. They're both the same energy. Outrage is better move. It doesn't lower your attack or anything. So just Outrage is the way to go. So those are your 2 moves that you're putting on. The problem is, because you are so glassy, and because Dragon Breath is focused on your fast move damage as opposed to like energy generation, you're rarely going to get to these moves unless you have like multiple shields and your opponent is shields down, right? So it does make sense from a 1 or 2 shield perspective. You're probably going to lose a lot of those just in general. And I can probably just run the analysis now in the Great League here. So this is the 1 shield, 9 and 34, right? And it's probably almost even worse, unless the Dragon Breath overpowers in the 2 shields. So maybe the Dragon Breath gets some overpowering in the 2 shields. And then let's see in the 0 shields. Back down to 12 and 31. So in the 2 shields, you're probably, if you're able to not just take super effective charge, like fast moves, you can probably out Dragon Breath your opponent. And that's why you have way more wins in the 2 shield. Because I'm guessing that some of these wins, like right on the cusp here in the 500s section here, very much Whiscash, Swampert, those you're resisting the water moves, which helped. But like, you're probably just out Dragon Breathing some of those, right? Lickitung, Talonflame. For sure, you're just out Dragon Breathing them. When you go down to the 1 shield, because you're so glassy, a lot of those wins are probably now losses, right? So there's your Whiscash, there's your Swampert. It's like, now that you are in Talonflame, like those are the ones that you had won in the 2 shield that you're now losing in the 1 because you just don't have the bulk to stay in there. And your Dragon Breath damage is not doing enough to take them out. The 0 shield is where it gets a little interesting because now it's just a race. So you pick up a couple, being able to like just, if you can live one of their charge moves, which is not always the case because you're very, very glassy. But if you can live some charge moves, then you're going to pick up like, there's your, So your Swamp and Talonflame are just kind of like closer. You do pick up some of these things. Again, these are the stuff that you probably just resist a lot of their charge moves, or they're very slow to get to the move, right? Jellicent, because you are normal typing, you resist Hex and Shadow Ball, and your Dragon, you resist Surf. So that's like just resisting everything. Grass, just resisting a lot of the grass moves, right? So a lot of the wins that you get here are against just like stuff that you resist, whereas opposed to like everything else is a loss. So it's very easy just to look at this Pokemon and be like, it's not good. In the Ultra League, it has a little more play. It's ranked 369. Again, your stat product and your moveset do not change. 8 and 31 overall, right? So there's no point. Again, you'll probably pick up some in the 2 shield, but maybe even not. Yeah, and the reason I say, and the only 2 difference, and the reason that it's maybe not is because a lot of things in the 2 shield in the Ultra League can outlast your Dragon Breath, right? In the Great League, everything's pretty glassy. So if you commit to the double shield and just Dragon Breath down, you will be able to just Dragon Breath down a bunch of Pokemon. However, in Ultra League, that's not the case. Everything is so bulky in the Ultra League that a lot of the times you won't be able to take them out after straight Dragon Breath after 2 things, because they will be able to live that, and that's why you only pick up 2 there. In the zeros, maybe you have more bulk. Maybe you can get some lower. Yeah, you have a little more bulk in the Ultra League, so maybe you can last 1 move, and then you can get to like a charge move. But 12, 27. So typing is meh, not amazing, not bad. Stat product is terrible. Moveset for your stat product is the thing that's holding you back now. So how would this Pokemon get better? The only way this Pokemon gets better is if there's like a faster charging. You need a better second move. Like Outrage, there's Fly, I think is actually a good move for this Pokemon. You just need like a quicker, like maybe Dragon Claw. Let me look at the charge moves here. Can you just go typing Dragon? So here are all your Dragon moves. Like you probably do need, you can look at this 1 of 2 ways. Give me a Dragon Claw if you want to get it like a Dragon move. Then that's not bad. Or you just give it like a 30, 35, 40 energy move with like good, again, I don't know, like thing has Body Slam, right? So Body Slam is a 35 energy. Where's Body Slam here? Where's our 40 energy? Dragonair has Body Slam, 35 energy for 60 damage, 1.71, right? So that's the only way this Pokemon becomes any sort of viable, is if you give it a quicker spamming second move that still does decent damage. That's the only way it becomes viable. But until then, save your desk, catch it, get it for the dex, maybe shiny, but not worth building up at this point. So anyways, hope this is helpful. Let me know if this works for you. I'll probably do more of these, and that's it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.